What up, team? We're back with another match with the Mardu Tokens deck. Playing some Canadian Highlander here. Whoop! Against Luca0483. And I'm not sure which deck they're on yet, but we'll find out together. There's another video of this deck up on the channel, but I messed up my opening mulligan, and game one really wasn't a thing. So I've only barely played with this deck at all. I played one kind of real game, and it was a little bit back and forth, but we ended up getting stomped. I'm pretty excited about this hand. I would like to keep... Look, I already feel so much better about my piloting of this deck. It's great starting from nothing, because then you've only got up to go. Losing the die roll, though, not sure if that's acceptable. All right. Everybody wants to play Plateau these days. Ooh, okay. A lot of things going on here. I'll lead with Caracas. I think that's fine, right? I can turn to this Shadow Summoning. This is a neat card that, like, when it first came out, I was sort of excited by, and then I want to say either Wheeler or Surge, probably Wheeler in the Northern Hunter Showdown podcast, was like, well, it's just the back half of that other good one from the standard days of yore from Innistrad. Lingering Souls. It's just back half of Lingering Souls, plus they come in tapped. But maybe that's just good enough. Okay, turn 2 Wasteland. All right, fair enough, fair enough. Our dreams of turn 2 Shadow Summoning are over, unless we peel a Mox. No. All right. Let's just play anti-land destruction, I guess. Get in for 1. All right, so maybe some sort of prison shenanigans. Certainly Resource Denial is on the docket for Luca. Might just be the Wasteland, or it might be indicative of the whole deck. We'll find out together. Okay, and it's my second main. There we go. All right, Luca's got a lot of decisions to make himself there. It seems like, the turn 2 Wasteland doesn't always lead for the easiest openings to figure out, right? I've also got them under Esper Sentinel, so possibly they're trying to figure out how to deal with that, what their best plan is. Okay, now I think we can go for this Shadow Summoning. I'm going to attack first, though. You could make an argument for this Forbidden Friendship, but I'm hoping to draw another land, and then I would like to pay 2 life. Another land, and then a White Plume Adventure. So I'm going to be trying to get the initiative back, potentially. So the Flyers, always really good at that. Okay, we need an untapped white source. Ideally, that makes red as well. There we go. What you got for me, Luca? See, if they mana tithe me, at least I get to draw a card. Possibly we're just waiting for sweet baby MTGO. Got a little spinny disc here of amusement and wonder. It's great. It's not just a blue circle next to your mouse. It's got its own spot in the corner of the playmat, and it kind of looks like a, oh, we're snuffing out Esper Sentinel response and paying the mana. Okay, beauty. That was clean. We lose 4 life, but we don't let Nelly draw any cards off Esper Sentinel. Well done. But yeah, the little, like, hey, you're waiting, it kind of looks like Pinwheel, right? Or a lollipop. It also looks a little bit like a lollipop. There's a character in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, or maybe it's Tears of the Kingdom. One of them wants, I think, Tears of the Kingdom, there's one of the characters wants you to take pictures of, like, spinny things in the world. So in one of the lakes, there's a big whirlpool. He wants a picture of the whirlpool. It's like, hey, he'd love this Magic Online, thinking emoji. Okay, I accept. What am I doing about that? If I rip a land, I could Prismatic Ending. Okay, if I rip a swords, I could swords, I guess. Or I could 2-for-1 myself with Fury. No, I guess it's probably time for swords. Ripping a land would have been better, admittedly. But I'll get over it. This is my first time playing a deck with Imodane's Recruiter, other than maybe a limited deck. I'm not sure if the thinking behind this is just as an Anthem for like a one-turn, like get them. Obviously, that's the cheaper half. The other side is 5 mana. So we probably didn't include in the deck planning to make 2 knights, but like maybe that's the beauty of the card, is like the flexibility of like, well, if we did top deck it late, sure. See you those cards. I didn't want that prismatic ending or that forbidden friendship anyway. Okay, not dashed. That is a land, technically. I think I'm supposed to leave something here that I don't mind Ragavan taking. Yeah, that's the thing. Let's leave it. And then we'll just attack with 1, and then they can feel smart about killing 1 token and hitting me for 2. But then I'm not terrified of them casting my spell immediately. It's just this turn that they get to cast it. Yeah, right. And then I think when this resolves, yeah, we don't have double white yet. We have triple red already, so assuming I go find a basic next turn, we'll get a plains. Pretty even match, it feels like, so far. Good value out of this Hymn to Turak. Luca's kind of been in charge of the tempo of the game with the second turn Wasteland. They've got their own white plume, fair enough. They don't currently look to have... Well, they have a land play, and they can maybe get a treasure token too. Forked Bolt would be incredible here. Okay, regular Lightning Bolt. And then if they have hit me, make a treasure, have a way to steal the initiative back immediately, that would be big. I might just lose Imodane's Recruiter and Fury the 2 creatures now. Yeah. Let's see what we draw. Our Duress is exiled. They chose not to cast it. Winota, that's an exciting one. Probably better than Imodane's Recruiter because we are going to have 4 mana in a second here. It's possible I was supposed to attack before doing this, just in case the opponent does have a removal spell that will seem better after... after the white bloom's in play, you know, like... I don't know. I think probably you're supposed to kill the thing that takes the initiative. So that's an interesting potential punt there. I did a Fury pre-combat, and I could see an argument for saying, no, you're supposed to attack with the Spirit token, because they don't have flyers. All right, we have 4 mana if we wanted Winota, but their ability has haste, and this ability, you know, also does something immediately. I think I'm just going to grow the flyer. Let's go to the Forge. Make the Spirit token bigger. White Plume Adventure is pretty great, even without a 4th and 5th point of power. I didn't have to target that. Untap a creature you control. Oh, it's not untap target creature you control. It's untap a creature you control, which is like a special action that'll just happen as soon as this trigger resolves. You don't have to, like, target anything. Your opponent doesn't know. You just have to choose. Yeah, fair enough. You know, I did consider maybe trying to put White Plume outside of burn range with the 5 top. Not that there aren't burn spells, you know, that exist that do 5, but 4 is certainly more common than 5. But with the opponent's black cards, it kind of just seems like, you know, spreading your threats is probably a little better. All right, they were down to 1 card for a second there. We still have the initiative, and they have the monarchy, so interesting stuff. Sure, yeah, I think 2 creatures is... I mean, it's not really 2 creatures, but it's technically 2 creatures, I guess, so it's probably better. It is less mana. Which one of these legendary creatures are we playing? I want to play this one. It's 2 permanents. You know? It's 2 things that we could theoretically target with the Forge if we loop around. Toby's an interesting card. Like, interesting include, like, certainly was the #1 card when I scanned this deck list before playing it. Shout out to Jason Yoba, by the way, for building this deck. Where I was like, really? And then I thought, oh, okay, you know what? Normally I'm just used to the first sentence mattering. But in this deck, probably 4 or more creature tokens is common enough. And in fact, the one other game that I played before this match, I did have 4 creature tokens. I just played both Half of Lingering Souls along with a bunch of other stuff. But it was like, I always had 4, you know? All right, so after taking the initiative twice there, that's all we needed to do. Looking forward to the next game. Here's the deck, if anyone's curious. I didn't go over it at the beginning. That's okay. Ooh, come on, MTGO, you can do it, buddy. Another card I played in the other match was Jacked Rabbit. Sort of interesting skill testing card there. Not sure that I passed the test, to be honest. There's some other cool cards in this deck I've never played before, like An Impecal. I've just watched this card in play. I've never cast it. Static Prison, this one I understand. Played a bunch of that. Limited Environment, but I don't think I've cast it in Canadian Highlander yet, so all good things. Okay. This appears to be a Sneep, although it doesn't really do anything on turn 1, does it? This is a really interesting hand, actually, because this Enduring Innocence doesn't appear to do anything unless we go for the Ranger. So, like, is this just an Exile Winota hand? It's always exciting to have Winota. And, you know, the sheep is a non-human creature. Also, with mana ramping, possibly we're going to cast Fury, which is also really exciting whenever that happens. But like the least sort of exciting card in the hand is Ranger of Eos. But that's like the only thing that activates Enduring Innocence. Yeah, sure. We can just play... Actually, the fetch land's probably better than playing the Cliffs because it'll still be untapped next turn. We could just play the fetch land and then Surveil and then turn 2 the Chrome Mox. They have hand attack spells probably. Like they hit us with the Hymn to Turek, but that's okay. Like... Getting your Chrome Mox hand attacked. And I think in this hand, it's not the end of the world. Like, every piece is sort of important. Like, there's not a lot of different ways that this hand can go. So, if you want to say, like, I'm slamming my Chrome Mox turn 1 so I don't get my Chrome Mox Hymn to Turek, like, you might just get your Enduring Innocence Turek as well. Okay, so do we need this to be a white source? We'd like it to be a white source. We have an Elegant Parlor we can go for. Yeah. That's fine. We have a black source. Yeah, let's get the Elegant Parlor. We don't have the Shadowy Backstreet, or I didn't see it. Oh, we just can't get Shadowy Backstreet with the turn. Right. A Reanimate. This card is good, but we don't immediately have a thing to do with it. I think I'm going to bin it. Oh, whoops. I went to combat. Okay, that's fine. I keep thinking I have an upkeep stop on my own turn, but I only have it on the opponent's turn. I'm just going to take this upkeep stop off. Okay, now I'm not stopping on upkeep. I will turn it back on if we need it. We've got a Blackleaf Cliffs. The opponent only has 4 cards. We could Thoughtseize, but then we don't get to cast Sheep. And I feel like the Sheep's pretty good. Like, they're mostly on destroy stuff. A lot of ways this turn can go. Nellie's thinking. Yeah, I think we're just off this Thoughtseize and we're just going to slam threats. Like, our threats are just juicy enough that I'm willing to just kind of say, hey, you got to have it. And they didn't cast any permanents in the first 2 turns. Now, if they wanted to counter magic me, then I could Thoughtseize them. But they didn't. Oh no, I messed up. Oh my god. Okay. This turn was hard to figure out. And good for me for not figuring it out correctly. So I was supposed to cast or play this Mana Confluence instead of Blackleaf Cliffs if I was going to put Thoughtseize under Chrome Mox. Cool. Mistakes. We're making them. I can't blame this one on being tired. This is just a regular magic punt. Okay, solid 2 for once. Love that for you. Okay. I'm a little bit dizzy with disappointment over here. My own inability to cast Chrome Mox. All right, so we wanted to put Ranger or Winota. I had talked about putting Winota initially. And then I was like, this Thoughtseize doesn't really fit into the plan just because our mana is so, like, choked. Like, we want to go 3 on turn 2, and then we've got multiple 4s. We can go 2 4s in a row. That's okay. All right. We can actually cast Enduring Innocence here. Look at me. Mom, I'm casting a spell. It's getting dazed. That's chill. Do I Fury the Young Pyromancer? I don't think so. I think we're casting Fury this game. Op has 2 cards left. Are they 5? They are 5 color. Hey, they played a White Plume Adventurer against me last game. That's all the colors. Okay. They're like 5 color good stuff. Oh, not having a play this turn. Really makes that Thoughtseize for nothing feel bad. I mean, this card is messed up. It doesn't do anything quite here, but if we go Ranger of Eos into, like, multiple non-humans or multiple 1-drops, then we could fit that into our 1-drop turn. Maybe we're supposed to bend it just to try to hit a land. Oh, we can hit a land next turn. Next turn we can slam this, get planes, play Ocelot. Okay, we're no, that's so good. No, we're dashing Ragavan. They waited until I kept on top. Okay, so this is like a bananas good turn for Luca. It started off, their game was going okay. They decayed my Mox. They dazed my Enduring Innocence, but then this turn is really, really, really special. Now, were they not allowed to cast it for any mana? No, Ragavan doesn't do everything. So they only get a cat. They don't get... Oh, they did not get a cat at all. Oh, right, they didn't get any life. Okay. Hey, we ripped a land anyway. Or we could still even do our other thing. Yeah, I mean, I low-key just want to cast this Fury. We know they have a Ragavan in hand. I don't love going to get the initiative right now, like, against this board. If it's just Force of Will or Ragavan, 2 other things, that'll hurt. Is this just working? We've got Snuff Out in response. That's super clever while this is still on the battlefield. Get your elemental token. Okay, so I've got one more unknown. So they're gonna have 2 cards we don't know, plus Ragavan, plus L, plus Ratio. Ohio. Getting skibbidied all over this Nimble Pilferer. Yep. At least they're putting a bunch of their small amount of mana into Ragavan. I am at 6? How did that happen? Don't love that. Okay, Wasteland entered the exile zone. You can't play lands off Ragavan, right? Yeah. Okay, okay. They took my Wasteland. Maybe now CZDZ is okay. Especially if we get to play Forbidden Friendship immediately. My Mana Confluence has been costing me a bunch of life points. But yeah, let's CZDZ. Go get a Plains? I don't know if it really matters. Let's get a Plains. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I'm not attacking for 1 with Forbidden Friendship. I mean, being at 8 life points is something, at least. This card, by the way, this is the only card from Jason Jobin's recent... No! Your last card was Spell Pierce for my Forbidden Friendship! Ugh! Okay, I'm not dead yet. Wow, this is... Jace would be so happy with this deck. This is quite the deck. Anyways, Forbidden Friendship isn't in Jason Jobin's list, but it is in my list because the Clown Robot 2 mana make 2 1/1s card doesn't work on MTGO or isn't currently listed or whatever. I forget what that card is called, but it's 1 and a white for 2 1/1s, but then sometimes you get more 1/1s than 2. Yeah. Okay, I think I can just Ranger for my own Ragavan to dash back and get the initiative. And I'm going to suspect that's the play. We'll see what Ragavan finds. We got 1 card I don't know, plus their Ragavan card. Snow-covered plains. Okay, we got kind of lucky with the last 2 Ragavan hits being lands. Wait. I'm so good. No, that was from this. Wait, what did this reveal? My lightning bolt. How come I didn't see that? Brutal. Okay. All right, and they have 1 card I don't know. I'm back down to 1 life point. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I think this is probably still right. Maybe Guide of Souls so I can keep casting spells. That seems great. They're going to forge this up into a 3/3, and then they're kind of stymied. Or I can play the sketchy, like... Yeah, I guess Guide of Souls can block this. I'm into this plan where I go to 1. Appreciate you, Mana Confluence. What did I get? Oh, that's a really good card, but I'm not going to cast it. Even Mind Sensor. All right, so that's exiled forever now. Does this window disappear at the end of turn automatically, MGO? Yeah, okay. All right, so dead to removal spell, dead to extra haste creature you can cast. Dead to burn spell, obviously. Reanimate your Ocelot Pride? Oh, yeah, Fury is a removal spell. Good. Wait. You have to put all 4 there. Oh, you still have enough to dash Ragavan. Yeah, you're good. Close one. I wonder if I don't dash the Ragavan, but instead just play the Guide of Souls and then play the Ragavan instead. Now I'm still at 1 life, right? Because I use my last life, or my second life point that I gain off Ragavan that goes into mana. Nothing turn 1 on the play. Is this keeps? Yeah, I think so. It's got a plan. We can Arid Mesa to like try to fix the hand. We need to get a black source. Maybe the black and white one, because we only need one red mana for either of these. Go Mesa into a shadowy backstreet here, and then lead with Arabella probably. Close game. Close game too. Some really interesting stuff happening there. Because it was so close, like I went to exactly 0, I suspect I made some critical punt that I also missed. Like I definitely didn't have the window open when Ragavan was hitting me the first few turns. So that's an important little MTGO skill thing. It's possible I have some setting clicked that doesn't allow me to see what Ragavan reveals when it's trying to. Do we want the third or fourth land here? I mean, it's a good one too. It's like a spell, but I don't think so. I think we're trying to get like 1-drops. We have much mana, so it worked out. This is like quite likely a land in this match too. It's like 50-50 whether this is a land. We're gonna go find a scrub land and Arabella hits the road, or maybe it's a Badlands type Arabella hits the road. Maybe it's just a surveil. Arabella can hit the road next turn. Sure. Okay. I'm a fan of this card. Looking forward to hopefully getting to do some things with that this game. Although I'm just noticing this person looks like they live a very difficult life, right? Like their head is made of a bunch of rocks. It's probably hard to find a comfortable position to sleep when that's the case. And then their mouth is just like so many tusks. Oh my goodness. All right, well now I feel really bad about binning my White Tower of Ecthelion there. I do have this Witch Enchanter, so that's cool. Ooh, and a Static Prison. Static Prison is actually so clutch. So we'll look forward to doing that eventually. But I want to get this Enduring Innocence down. Yeah, let's just get a land that casts spells. We don't have to Scalding Tarn into another Surveil land here because we're like spending a lot of mana right now. So we're gonna because our life points in this matchup seem to be going down to every single one matters. Fetching first before playing your Mana Confluence leads to you losing fewer life points. Like paying the life points up front is generally better. We have double white. We don't have double red or double black. But I don't think our deck uses double black. And it does use double red. So I'll grab the plateau here. The pinwheel is back. MTGO having a little bit of a struggle this week. It was also lagging for me a bit yesterday. Maybe we'll get a patch sometime soon. All right. They have blue mana all over the place now, so who knows? Maybe this game they're just going to steal all of my stuff. They've got the Chain Lightning. Do they have the Instant Speed Exile? No. Okay, fair enough. Okay. The sooner we get Seer Slicer down, the sooner we get those extra tokens. Although probably both of the next 2 turns. Yeah. The thing is, Static Prison's way better on this than Witch Enchanter because it means we get it back. Like, we can just choose not to pay immediately, I'm pretty sure. They've shown us a bunch of soft counters, too, so... Yeah, I just want to lead with this. I think getting the Static Prison down is actually more important than the Seer Slicer. Because, you know, nature of reanimating the opponent's thing, like... Stealing my stuff is doubly strong than just playing a thing. Wow, that was a sentence. We get more out of Static Prison than we do out of Witch Enchanter. That's all I'm saying. Can they sacrifice Arabelle? They've just straight up got Counterspell. Okay, cool. That's chill. Do they also have days, and should we play around it? No, I'll just play around days next turn. I'm not going to play around days this turn. If they want to daze themselves here, that's chill. Oh, well, do we want to push Arabella? No, we'd rather Witch Enchanter Arabella than push Arabella. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We're just going to save this push and hope not to get him to Turact. Okay, that's a good one. All right, so here again, seeing the cards is important. This is exile. This is revealed zone. What's this? What's this shield one? Effects. Okay. Effects zone is a place where a card can go. Well, today I learned, you know? All right. Underground Sea is in exile. Nothing gets revealed on this card, right? Because one goes to your hand. Yeah, yeah. Okay, great. Up to you. All right. Okay, so they have 2 mana. All right, let's see if this can work. Nice. Okay. All right. Hooray, the Seer Slicer Goblin token happened. Orcish Bowmasters with Enduring Innocence. It's pretty hot. Another 2 mana token maker. Like if you manage to chump with the Amass token, and then on future turns, they're like, if they draw a card while you have Enduring Innocence in play, like, boom, you draw a card too. Oh no, Seer Slicer. I will remember you. I hope you went to a place where you can get a good night's sleep, even though your head is shaped like an avocado. Or worse, like a pineapple, right? Yeah. Mox Jet. That's a strong card. I've already got way more mana than I need. I'm supposed to main phase this Orcish Bowmasters so I can get the trigger. But I guess I'll go to combat first. The vehicle, obviously not a combo with Enduring Innocence. Okay. All right, let's cycle Orcish Bowmasters. Maybe. They're cycling Jetmir's Garden. That's the right time to do that, if you're going to do that. Okay, yeah, I think Eos is good here. Means next turn we'll have stuff to do. It's either that or the hearse. And like I could see the hearse. We have drawn the card off Innocence, so we're not as much up against it. But Ranger doesn't actually trigger Enduring Innocence, so it's probably better to up against here. How much mana do they have? They have 5. Okay, sure. Well, I'm gonna get the Ocelot Pride as like the scary one, and then yeah, I think I just want the haste one to just chill. Like if there's some sort of, so they find their own fury or whatever, they have a sweeper, then we can have a haste creature. Probably just plan on only dashing Ragavan this game. They haven't shown us any sweepers, and I don't think they're super likely to have them. They have fury, right? Or they reanimated our fury last game. I just wouldn't be surprised if they have fury. We're kind of beyond fury completely wrecking us here. They could take out 2 X2s or 2 X1s and a 1/1. They could kill like everything that's untapped right now with fury, which would be good. All right, fair enough. Hey, good matches, Luca. Thanks so much for watching. So that was like a 5-color good stuff or 5-color control deck against Mardu tokens. I had a good time. We still made some mistakes, but certainly we saw some of the power of just the resilient go wide threats, especially when the initiative is in play. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.